Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive online training program on Learning Management System Moodle. You are watching us right now live on PM eVidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. This training session is brought to you by Central Institute of Educational Technology, that is CIET NCERT New Delhi. Today we are in day 2 of the training session where the topic that we are taking up is Moodle, Interface Account Creation and Course Design. Well, yesterday we learned about the concept, need and scope of Learning Management System Moodle, and today we'll be talking a bit about creating an interface, how to use it. So there is going to be some theory, some demonstration, and if you have questions, please feel free to get in touch with us because eventually you have to use this learning management system. So in order to get the maximum benefit out of the session, we request you to kindly participate. So please take down the details. Our phone number is 880044 0559. We also have a dedicated email ID for you, that is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in, and on our YouTube handle NCERT Official as well. You can send us your questions, suggestions and your feedback. Since it's a training program, there is going to be an assessment as well on the last day of the training session. If you want more details and guidelines on the same, please log on to our CIET website. And now, please join me in welcoming my guest for the session, Dr. Biju K. Sir is Assistant Professor from Central University of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvarur, Tamil Nadu. Sir, Namaskar and very warm welcome to the session.
Namaskar.
Sir, we really want to understand, though we understood yesterday what exactly Moodle is all about, but I request you to kindly tell us what are we going to learn today?
Basically, as you might have discussed yesterday about the LMS, Learning Management System. Today, I am going to demonstrate to our audience a most popular and user-friendly learning management system, what is the interface all about, and how to create an account, and how will you design a course. And the remaining days would be equipping them to enrich the course that they are going to design today.
Right, sir. So, sir, now we request you to kindly go ahead with your presentation, and of course, a demonstration is also required. You please go ahead with the same. Whatever questions we will be receiving from the audiences, we'll take them up in the end, sir. Over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
So, welcome audience to the day 2, and maybe as a review of what you have learned yesterday. Basically, there will be a question: what is an LMS? So I have two very interesting definitions by the experts. LMS as a learning environment within which the learning, content, assessment activities and tools are implemented. So basically, each one of you might have worked in different platforms. Maybe sometimes when you hear about LMS, you may remember that Google Classroom, and some of you might have experienced Moodle, or some of you might have experienced Canvas. So there are a lot of platforms basically supporting in order to create the content, share to the students, and even provide some assessment activities. But when it comes to a learning management system, there are three terms: learning, management, and system. So the learning need to be managed and in a systematic way. And we know that when you have certain material to be shared, certain activities to be recorded, you need a kind of server system. Especially in technology, each one of you may be knowing what is a server. So there should be a server which functions as a learning environment wherein you can provide the content, you can provide the different teaching learning experiences. When the students are taking those experiences, obviously you would like to know how exactly they have learned, how exactly they are learning. So you need to have certain assessment. So all these put together, if an environment or if a system can provide a support to the teacher, you can call it as learning management system. It is basically a software that automates the administration, tracking and reporting of training events and delivers learning content rapidly. So this learning management system not only can be used in teaching learning, it happens wherever you have a kind of teaching learning happening, especially in training field also. So what actually this learning management system supports as a software, it automates the administration. You can track how many students are participating, how many students have accessed certain content, which student has spent more time on a particular resource, so that you can get different types of reports. In fact, you know that we are all following now outcome-based education. So when you design your courses on an outcome-based format, you know that you have a program outcome, you have program-specific outcome, then you have course outcome, and we need to map the course outcome with the program outcome. So when you are mapping the course outcome with the program outcome, we actually ensures that we are or our students are achieving the required outcomes. Now, most of the time the teachers feel that it is a laborious job. We need to spend a lot of time. But here you have a learning management system which can help you to track all the progresses, which can help you to record all the evidences of learning, and which can provide you the different formats of reports, including maybe what can I say, the course outcome as well as program outcome mapping. Now, we'll not spend more time maybe on the theory. Now, as I told, Moodle is a very popular learning management system. Moodle stands for Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. It's an acronym. Moodle is an acronym which talks about a modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment. So you'll get an idea. Moodle itself assures you a learning environment which is not a static one. Static in the sense, right now you may have different platforms where you can share the resources. Students can access those resources and they can reply to that. Whereas Moodle provides you a very dynamic environment. Lots of interactions are possible, lots of tracking are possible. For example, if I share one particular resource, maybe I am sharing a video from DIKSHA for my students to learn. Now, if the video is for 5 minutes, I don't know whether the students are spending that whole 5 minutes to watch that particular video. This is one. Second, after watching the video, whether the student could understand the content, even that I don't know, for which I may have to ask certain questions in a later period. Now the teachers feels that if I can make sure the students are accessing the video for the whole 5 minutes, if a system can support you, you'll be looking for that. That is the kind of dynamism what Moodle is offering. And when you come to the first part, it is modular object-oriented. Modular, most of you are familiar with the term modular. For example, you have modular kitchen. Your Moodle platform is not just a space where you just dump all your content. The different types of content that you would like to transact with your students can be presented in variety of forms. Various representation of the content would be allowed to upload in this platform. Now some of you feel that this is what we are looking for. Rather keep on giving a specific type of content. There are heterogeneous group in my classroom. Different students need different types of content. So Moodle helps you to present the content in variety of forms in modular, in a very specific or in another word I can say, in a simple small chunks of content can be presented through Moodle. And what is great about it, it's free and open source learning management system. It is a complete learning management system which comes to you as free and open source. Most of my audience would be learned on open source, which gives you a scope for customizing. For example, I as a school administrator, I would like to have this Moodle. So what should I do? For the software, you need not pay. The software can be downloaded and you can install in your own server or a larger system through which you can access all the resources, activities what Moodle is offering. And also, if you want to customize, for example, I would like to use my school banner. I would like to include all my school details, whatever administrative, what I need. All this can be done. So this is the advantage of using Moodle. Now, why to use Moodle? Yesterday also you might have heard, it basically supports your pedagogical foundation. Right now we know that from NCF 2005 to NCFSE 2023, we have moved from constructivist teaching to social constructivist teaching. And most of our teachers are familiar with these different approaches to teaching learning. Moodle, as a learning management system, they developed with a philosophy which is called social constructionism. We construct together, which highly aligned to what our NEP 2020 and even the National Curriculum Framework for School Education suggest. So that is why we need to use Moodle. It allows you to bring all your pedagogical varieties. Different methods of teaching can be easily aligned, or I would say Moodle can be aligned easily with your variety of teaching styles, with your variety of pedagogical frameworks. Another most important thing is you have the total ownership. Once the school install Moodle in their own server, you need not bother about the privacy, security, safety, whether the data will be taken by somebody else. You can affix the privacy parameters and the total ownership will lie within the school or within the organization. And another most important thing why we use Moodle is extraordinary customization. As I've told, even once you use Moodle, you can customize such a way that it will just look like a school on website. And we know that it's not a simple website, it can do a lot. And that's what we are going to open up. Now, how Moodle works? Because when I want to show you the interface, obviously you will have a question how it works. There are three layers, maybe in a way we can say there are three layers how the Moodle works. The first layer is the infrastructure layer. Your desktop or a bigger computer system wherein you can install the foundation. And once you have the foundation, then there is an organization layer. How do you structure it? How do you design your course? And each of you may be knowing how exactly we can design the course. Either you follow instructional design parameters or you may be following your at least the lesson planning or unit planning format. And after that, the most important layer is the interaction layer, where it is being shared to the students, or the students are enrolled into the course. They really experience about the Moodle. They really explore the resources and activities that are coming in the course page. So if you look at the infrastructure layer, remember there are three things that you don't just go to Moodle, you can host it. You can host it in your own system. It's not a third party. If you need, suppose you don't have, the organization is not able to have maybe their own server and all, then you can go for a server on rent. Then you host it there, you install it on a server, or you can use the cloud system. For example, Moodle Cloud. Moodle also gives the cloud. The next one is you configure the site-wide settings. Like for example, there are certain very, very interesting themes, the language, the security. So this is what the infrastructure layer, which most of us may not be need to work on it, because those who are very good in technology, very good in maybe system support, they'll be able to do that. But in the organization level, yes, we need to we need to start working. For example, Moodle use a hierarchical Russian doll structure. For example, you can have categories. I can talk about an organization wherein you have an organization. Under that organization, you have different departments. Now, this is a category. Under the departments, you will have number of courses or the classrooms. And each classroom may have different sections. So this is how you may organize it. Those who have taken the course in Swayam, you remember that most of the time the Swayam courses are weekly based. Every week you will get certain assignments to be completed based on the content that you are completing. So it is how do you organize. Whereas when it comes to a conventional classroom, what do? You go with the unit wise. So most of our school teachers are preparing the unit plan. Within a unit, you may have number of lessons. So how do you design your lesson is another most important, or you can think about translating your lesson plan into the Moodle platform. And at the interaction level, where the actual teaching happens through two types of objects. There are only two types of objects in Moodle. One is resources, where it is a kind of sharing your material for a one-way communication. The teacher gives information to the students, maybe in terms of a file. It can be a PDF or a video or a audio or a simulation or an animation. Or you can create a page like what you are seeing in the web pages, an HTML page in the Moodle platform itself. Another object what you can see is activities. Two-way communication wherein students' participation is mandatory. The student interact with the system or peers. For example, a quiz, you can have a forum or an assignment submission. So all these resources and activities will be dealt in detail in the coming sessions. But before moving ahead, how to set it up? If you compare a traditional website and a Moodle learning management system, what can you see? What is the role? In a website, you can visit as an anonymously. You need not log in certain times. Whereas Moodle LMS require authenticated teacher or a student. That is the rule. And the teacher will be designing the course. The student will be participating, accessing the resources, participating in the activities. And if you look at the content, most of the time in some of the websites, it will be static, whereas Moodle provides you interactive activities. And in a website, generally it go for a Google Analytics. You can see when you go to a website, maybe of an institution, how many visitors, how many hits for that particular website. Whereas in Moodle LMS, it's not only hits, complete tracking of the learning cycle or learning life cycle of the individual is possible using Moodle LMS. And in a traditional website, if it is not meant for educational purpose or to transact, there won't be any assessment. Whereas in Moodle, you can have the grading. When it comes for grading, you know that the feedback is more important, as well as now when you give the feedback or when you do the summative or formative assessment, you know that now we are focusing more on transparent and objective assessment, where we started using rubric. You can easily set up rubrics for every activity in Moodle. I hope you are interested or you became enthusiastic to know how to do it. Now you can see this is the website that you can log in, and if possible you can try to do along with me. https://www.moodlecloud.com, wherein you can explore it. Right now, what are we doing? Once you click on Get Moodle Cloud, you will be taken to another page where you can see there are the plans. If you are ready to pay for it, for the starter, mini, small, maybe at the institutional level, if you are interested, you can go for that. But right now, as a learner and as a learning management system, Moodle gives it free for 28 days. Now, you will ask, why 28 days? Within 28 days, you can master it. If you are really interested, if you have certain data, if you have certain students, you can really master Moodle within 28 days. Now there will be a question, what will happen if I create a course after 28 days? You don't worry, 27th day, you can take the backup of your course and reinstall whenever you have a Moodle software. I hope you are ready. Now let us move to how will we do the Moodle? Right. Yes, we are going to demonstrate now.
Provides us. Well,
I
that's
hope
very
participants also would be, audience also would be trying to do that.
absolutely,
Right.
because what we have gathered so far, there is a very interesting learning management system. It's very flexible and help us create different courses, assignments in no time, and it's important to learn how we can do that smoothly.
Yes. So now I hope some of my audience would have reached to this particular page. When if you go to Moodle Cloud, get Moodle Cloud, start the trial. Once you click on the start the trial, you will land to this particular page where you can see it shows you your site. You can give the site name whichever you need. So I'm just giving a demo biju.moodlecloud.com. Now it tells me the site name is available, so I need not bother to change it. So you can give a site name, but please remember that site name will be the full site name URL will be https://demobiju.moodlecloud.com.
Okay.
Now I'll create a password for that, because if I want to access the page, the Moodle site, I need to have a password. Now you can have the server region. Now you can directly keep it Australia for the time being. You need not bother about it. Then how will you use your site? So I just give it teaching students. You can give how will you use it. So then you give your first name, then the last name, then you can give your mail ID. You can select the country. So you can select India. Now, how you use, have you used Moodle before? Yes, as a learner, I'm just giving as an example. Then you can give, I agree that I am 18 and above. I have read and accept the terms and services. The other one is for exclusive tips, which I am not taking right now. It is optional. But the first terms and conditions are indeed needed. Now I just click on continue. It is asking to complete me as I am not a robot. Yes. So I have reached to the Moodle site name. I have to give demo Biju at, then I have to give the password, then click login. Demo Biju at moodlecloud.com. Then I'll give the password. Cloud site name. It's not taken.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is.
So you need to have actually stable internet connection, in order to access all the features. It's free of cost for everybody, right?
Yes, yes.
And we can access all its features, or do we have a paid version of Moodle
All the features can be accessed.
for free?
Yeah, for free. For free, you can.
Okay.
Yes. So you can go to your. So it is taking my old. Just do it. Moodle Cloud Portal.
Okay. Okay, then we have this.
Yes. So sometimes since it is the server, then you may have to wait.
So we request you to kindly keep on, also elaborating the features of Moodle while you are,
Yeah.
demonstrating.
So basically you will get all the features like resources, and you can create your own courses. You will get forum. So it will send you a code. Once you create an account, it will send you a code. Now you have to check your mail ID where Moodle would have sent a code to you. So you have Moodle account verification code. Just copy it from your mail. Come to your Moodle Cloud. Enter the code. Continue. So now I am verifying my mail ID. So it says that please sit back and relax. That means Moodle Cloud. Yes. Congratulations, your site has been successfully created.
Okay.
Right. Now you can click on Take Me to my Moodle site. Now it is taking you to the Moodle site, what Moodle has created, and I hope those who are working along with me would have reached here. You have a welcome Moodle Cloud. Now I'll just close it. You can explore later. Now you can see this is the page that you are going to get, and this is your learning management system, wherein you are the administrator, you are the owner of the website. You can do right now. Remember, your free trial ends in 27 days. After 27 days, if you are interested, if you have enough finance, then you can go for it. Otherwise, in order to explore, this is enough. So, yes. Okay. So I hope you have reached to this particular page where you can see at the top left your site. Then you can say home, dashboard, my courses, site administration. And to the right side, you can see active users, storage. Next to that, you can see a profile where you can upload your image in the profile. Then there are different options that I hope you'll be exploring today: grades, calendar, messages, and all. But right now, you are in Moodle site. Now what you are going to do, you have created an account in Moodle site. you have got a Moodle website. Now I would like to create a course. So to create a course, you have to select the option Site Administration. Remember, you are the administrator for this particular site and you have to function as the site administrator. So click on that. You'll get different options. And don't miss out most important update and security alerts. Register your site, that you will do later. Under site administration, you can see lots of options. One is general, where there are lots of options are available like AI, competencies, badges, H5P, license, location, language, messaging, payment, security, all these you can see. And next to that you can see users. Once you click on that, you can do a lot with users. Then you can see courses, where again you can do a lot with courses. So you can explore all these. And next you can see grades, plugins, appearance, server. So I was mentioning it goes with a modular approach. So this modular approach, this plugin is a greater concept where you can keep adding different components. Right now you'll get whatever default available, but if you need something else to be added, it works as a plugin. Right. So right now what we are going to do, you'll click on course, and under the first category, you can see manage courses and categories, add a category, add a new course. So click on add a new course. So once you click on add a new course, you will get a page like this. Course, category, category 1, manage courses and categories. Right now you have a category 1, and below that you can see add a new course. Now remember, you can see some white exclamation mark in a red circle, and you can see a question mark. This exclamation or the red dot or red circle indicate that this is mandatory. Whenever you work with Moodle, wherever you see this red spot, it is mandatory. And the question mark tells you if you want to know about it. Do you need some information about this particular component? You may have a question, right? What is this? You click on that, the name displayed in my course and in the list of available courses on the home page. So I'll just give a name, demo course. Just give a name, demo course, CIET. Now below that, you can give a course short name. It can be your course code. If you are running number of courses in the department or in school, you may say that physics or physics class 9. So that can be a course short name. Now I am right DC CIET. Just I am taking some letters, the first letters, and keeping it as a course category. Sorry, course short name. After that, you can see course visibility. Suppose you are creating this course before your semester begin, before your school year begin. You need not keep it show. You can keep it hide. You have an option. But right now I am keeping it the course visibility. Right now this will be visible for the learners if somebody enrolled in it. Now you can say course start date. Today's date, tomorrow's date, it is taken 18th February 2026 by means today midnight it will start. So I'm just keeping it as you don't start at midnight, start at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Course ends on. You can see by default Moodle Cloud gives you 1 year. So let it be there. But remember, the time would always be 00. That will be in the midnight. So you can rework on that. And below that, I'm just giving all very essential thing. Remaining you can explore. You can give a course description. This is a course for demonstration. You may say this is a 4-credit course, or this is a compulsory course in science part 1. Whatever course description or course summary you would like to give, you can give. And if you would like to give an image which can be provided in the dashboard, like what your profile picture, what you give, you can upload an image. Then there are different things like course format. Course format also, you need not bother right now, you just leave it. So these are some of the essential that you will give in order to create a course. So what course I am creating now? Demo course CIET. Then I'll click save and display. So once you click on save and display, you will get the demo course page in front of you. Now what can you see? Demo course CIET. You can see this is the course name which I have provided. Then you can see course, setting, participants, grade, activities, and more. I hope you are able to see this. So this is the path that you are getting. You can access any of these at any point of time. What you are seeing right now is possible to access. This is the navigation pane. Right. Below that, you can see general, one section, and you can see new section, new section, new section. So different sections are provided. You have created a course wherein you can see a course is being set up for you with 5 different sections. The first section is general, below that new section, then new section. Now the question would be, this is the skeleton which I am getting. Now how will I prepare it as a course? How will I work on this particular page? For that, and this is applicable whenever you try to do anything in the Moodle interface. So this is the interface that you will get when you open a course, where you can see your site at the top, home. You can come back to home page. You can come back to your dashboard. If you have more courses, you can go to the My Courses, and also you have site administration at the top. And to the right side, you can see your profile, and one more you are seeing, it is edit mode. This is a button that you have to open. Now when I clicked that edit mode open, I hope you are observing some changes in the page. What is that change? You can see there is a pen symbol next to each and every word. That means it allows you to type something. So I just click on here. On the pen symbol, I would say important section for each day, for announcements. Every day I have certain announcements to be done. So I am keeping this section as important section for announcement, and you just press enter. You just press enter. You can see that general changed to important section for announcement. So if you want to rename wherever the pen symbol is there, you just click on the pen, type it, press enter. Once again I'll repeat, new section, I'll click on the pen symbol, I will say unit 1. First unit, the next section can be second unit, press enter. Now you can see unit 1. Now I can create like this, unit 2. Even you can give the unit name. So that for the students, that will be visible. Unit 2, type it, press enter. So like this, you can design your course structure. Design your course structure. Now under important section for announcement, you can see there is a space where you can see announcement. I'm just taking it welcome. Welcome all. I just keep it welcome all. Okay. Now below that you can see a small plus sign, add content, that tomorrow you are going to explore. But I'll just show it in order to add the content under each section. So for example, you are coming to unit 1. Now what can I do? Right now what I have done, I have just given a name. I have not done anything else. If you want to do with this section, you can come the right side. You can see there are 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots. You will get lot of options. For example, view, edit setting, highlight, duplicate, hide, move, like that, or even delete. So if you click on edit setting, you'll get another page where you have the name as unit 1, and below which you can type maybe the syllabus for unit 1 or the major content. When you are preparing a unit plan, you can type the major content. This contains the fundamentals of Moodle. Then you come down, save changes. Now I have changed the unit 1. Now you can see I am in unit 1 section. If I want to come back, you can see in the navigation pane, you can see you are right now DCCIET/unit 1. So if I want to go back to my major course, click on this, you are back to your course page. Now you can just scroll your mouse over unit 1, below which you can see there is a plus symbol, add section. If you click on that, you can add a new section. You can add a new section. So if you want to add more sections, you can keep working on that. Now, if I want to edit, I have already shown. So you have unit 2, now a new section is been added. So like this, even suppose I don't need this particular new section, you can just click on delete, your new section got deleted. So you can keep your units ready sequentially, you can arrange it so that tomorrow once you learn how do we add some content in each unit, you will be enjoying that. What you will do, you will just click on plus symbol, you will get an option activity or resource. So you will have the detailed session on how to add activity as well as resources. So remember, this is your course page interface, where if I click on settings, you are going back to where you started. You started giving the course name, course short name, this you remember. Then coming to the participants, once you enroll the students, you can see your participants. Right now there are no participants. Then once the participants are there, you can see their grades. You can see their grades. So like that you can keep on moving. But once you come to the course, this is how you can organize a course, and once you have done it, then you just come back to edit mode, switch it off. You can see now you are not in editing mode. So whatever you want to do in the course page, you can click on the edit mode on, turn the edit mode on, so that you will get the option to edit whichever section you would like to work. Once your work is done, then you turn off the edit mode. Now you may be wondering how my students will be seeing this. What would be their page, right? For which even Moodle allows you as a designer would like to know what will be the output. So you have an option under your profile. You can see there is a small downward arrow next to your profile picture. You come down, you have a switch role to. Click on that. Once you click on switch role to, you can see a student, manager, course creator, teacher, node editing teacher, student. So these are all some of the different roles what we can have when you are designing a course. So I just click on student. You can see a student will have the page like this, demo course content will be there. They can see the participants' grades, activities. It's not very sure unless and until you provide them the option. Otherwise, since right now I am as an administrator, I can see all this. But the students will have the access to the course page. I hope you'll be you are able to create a course right now, maybe a course skeleton. So tonight or by before tomorrow 4 o'clock, you try to add some content or you try to create the structure of your course. So the tomorrow session will help you to add different resources and then activities, then enrolling the students so that you'll be equipped to run a complete course. I hope with that we can wind up for the day. If there are questions, I can take it up.
Cooperation for day 2 session on Moodle interface account creation and course design. Yes, we have received a few questions, but due to dearth of time, I'll be able to take 1 or 2 only. So, sir, we have got this question and the viewer is asking, are there any plugins or integrations you would recommend for specific student needs?
What type of students?
Specific student needs, like there are different kinds of students.
Students with special needs, right?
Yeah.
Students of special needs.
Yeah, maybe.
See, for those people, I would suggest there is a page called docs.moodle.org. It is a documentation page where you can just type your need. See, for example, text to speech, speech to text. Right? So there are thousands of plugins available freely in the Moodle document page. So you can just download and install to your course page.
Okay. Sir, there is another question. Can Moodle handle large number of users in courses?
Yes, of course. But remember, the amount of participants will be based on what is your server that can handle. Right. So you can have n number of students, a large amount of students, but for that you need to have a strong computer, strong system who can handle these many students.
Okay. Sir, what kind of support and training is available for faculty and students under Moodle?
See, right now I have shown you Moodle is free right now. You can start a trial. Parallelly, you have Moodle Learning Academy. If you go visit Moodle website, there are different MOOCs available at different levels, as well as you have a Moodle Learning Academy where people, those who are using across the globe, who are contributing different very small content, different ideas. So you can visit Moodle Learning Academy also.
Okay. So you just mentioned that with the help of Moodle, we can actually recommend specific needs of students as well. But can Moodle help us customize the need of our institution also?
Yes, Moodle allows you to customize according to the needs of your institution. Basically, in general, I would say Moodle helps you a lot in universal design for learning. considering different types of learners, different types of institutions. Only thing what you need to have somebody who can handle this technical support. That's all.
Yeah,
Once
that's
you have
very,
somebody with the technical support, they can do wonders. There
that's
are
very
enough
important.
examples, even in India, with the best customized pages.
Well, that's very important because not everybody is that tech savvy, and we have Moodle for everybody out there, especially for our pre-service teachers. Well, I'm sure they are getting used to all this technology, but those who are in-service teacher, for them also we require this technical and technical support, which comes really handy when it comes to empowering them. Sir, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
that is where I think CIET, diets, all these people
Yeah.
role is more important. So you'll be creating that technical support so that the course is ready, the platform is ready
Oh
for the
yes.
teachers. The teachers need to really work as a teacher, course designer, course implementer.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, thank you so much for your time and contribution to the session, and thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
Right. So, viewers, now it's time that we wind up the session. It was a day 2 session. Of course, we learnt a lot about Moodle. Tomorrow we'll be coming up with another topic. Please feel free to get in touch with us, and here is the program schedule about what's coming up next. So, please see, and we will end the day with our session Sahyog. Do tune in and do participate. With this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, signing off. Namaskar.